Hey everyone, and welcome back to Crystal Clear Tarot. I'm Shan, and today we're exploring a card that is deceptively simple but psychologically profound. It's one of those cards that quietly asks the uncomfortable questions. Questions about control, security, fear and attachment. Today we're diving deep into the Four of Pentacles. Now, at first glance, this card seems straightforward. It's about money, stability and holding on. But the deeper you look, especially in the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot, the more you realise this card is really about the psychology of security. So let's visualise this together. We see a figure seated on a stone bench outside what appears to be a city. He sits clutching one pentacle tightly to his chest. Two more are pinned firmly beneath his feet, and a fourth rests balanced on his head. It's almost excessive. His body language is closed, protective and guarded. There's no openness in his posture, no generosity in his expression. He's not enjoying the pentacle, he's guarding them. Symbolically, this image is brilliant. The pentacle over his heart shows emotional attachment to material security. This isn't just about money, it's about identity. I am what I own. Or perhaps more accurately, if I lose this, then I lose myself. The pentacles beneath his feet suggest grounding, but also immobility. He cannot move without releasing something. Stability has become stagnation. And the pentacle on his head? That's preoccupation. The thoughts are dominated by security concerns. Money, control, and possession. These occupy his mental space. Now let's talk about the numerology. The number 4 in tarot represents structure, foundation and stability. Think of 4 walls forming a house, 4 legs of a table or 4 seasons. It's solid, grounded and reliable. But here's the nuance. Stability can tip into rigidity. Within the suit of pentacles, which governs the material world, finances, career, physical health and tangible assets, the 4 represents consolidation. After the creative collaboration of the 3, the 4 says, let's secure this, let's protect it. And that instinct isn't inherently negative. Upright, the 4 of Pentacles can be extremely constructive. In finances, this card often indicates wise savings, cautious budgeting, or building a safety net. You may be prioritising long-term security over short-term pleasure. It can represent reaching a point where you finally feel stable and understandably protective of that stability. For example, someone who has recently paid off a debt might draw this card, or someone who's intentionally cutting back on spending to invest in property or savings. It's financial discipline. In career readings, the upright 4 of Pentacles can show job security. You may be in a stable position and unwilling to take unnecessary risks. Sometimes it appears when someone is holding on to a role because it provides consistent income, even if it's not thrilling. However, in love, this card becomes more complex. Upright in relationships, it can suggest emotional guardedness. Perhaps one partner struggles with vulnerability. Maybe there's possessiveness, not necessarily toxic, but rooted in fear of loss. It can show someone holding tightly to a relationship because it feels safer. For example, imagine someone who's been hurt before. They may cling tightly, afraid that if they lose their grip, the relationship would just disappear. The intention is protection, but the effort can feel very restrictive. Spiritually or emotionally, this card can often reflect self-protection, boundaries, emotional containment. Sometimes that's necessary, but sometimes it prevents intimacy. So now let's explore the shadow. Reverse, the 4 of Pentacles often signals release. It may indicate that you are finally letting go of something that you've been clinging to. Could be money, a belief system, a relationship or a job. Financially, a reversal can show spending after a period of restriction. Sometimes this is healthy generosity, but other times it can reflect financial instability or anxiety, feeling like resources are just slipping through your fingers. For example, someone might be overspending out of stress, or conversely, they may be learning to trust and invest rather than hoard. In career matters, The reverse card often asks a powerful question. Are you staying somewhere purely out of fear? Perhaps you're in a job that feels secure but uninspiring. You tell yourself, it's stable, I shouldn't complain, but internally you feel confined. The reversed four may be nudging you towards calculated risk, towards growth beyond your own comfort. In love, it can show two extremes. On one hand, it may indicate releasing possessiveness, opening up emotionally, and learning to trust. But on the other hand, it can also reveal instability, financial strain affecting the relationship, or arguments about money or control. If upright is clinging, then the reversed is loosening the grip. The key is whether that release is conscious and healthy or reactive and chaotic. Now here's something important. The city in the background suggests society, opportunity and movement. Yet the figure sits outside of it. Is he excluded? Or has he excluded himself? This is where the psychological depth lies. Sometimes in protecting ourselves from loss, we isolate ourselves from growth. Pentacles represents not just wealth, but the physical experience of life, our body, our home, our tangible reality. The Four of Pentacles asks, are you securing your life or shrinking it? Because security without flow becomes confinement, and yet without stability, nothing can grow. This is why context matters so much in readings. Surrounded by cards like the Devil or the Five of Pentacles, the Four may emphasize fear and scarcity. But surrounded by positive cards like the Sun or the Ten of Pentacles, it may simply show prudent management. So if I were to summarize the lesson of this card, it would be this. Security is valuable, but attachment is limiting. You are meant to build foundations, but not fortresses. So when this card appears, ask yourself, am I protecting something wisely, or am I afraid of losing control? Where could a little flexibility create more abundance? The Four of Pentacles teaches us about balance between saving and spending, guarding and trusting, control and surrender. Thank you for exploring this card with me today. I hope this deeper look into the symbolism, numerology and practical applications gave you fresh insight. If you found value in this discussion, please give the video a thumbs up. It truly supports the channel. And if you enjoy thoughtful, in-depth tarot analysis like this, I'd love for you to subscribe and become a part of this growing community. And let me know in the comments below, has the Four of Pentacles shown up in your readings recently? Was it about money, love, or something more internal? As always, thank you for being here, and until next time, may you build strong foundations without closing the door to possibility. I'll see you in the next video.